Hi, this is Jennifer Lawrence Bureau this is Jennifer from the channel Jennifer Lawrence Bureau, sorry. And today I wanted to work with some stamps that I got off Amazon. And this is the 3 different types of stamps. And I'm going to make my own and show you how to make your own stationery. So we have nice little frames here, butterflies, flowers and leaves. Okay, and I'm going to set up on the blocks what I'd like to do. So first thing I'm going to do is grab some plain paper. It doesn't matter the size. It all depends how long you want your letter to be or how big you want it to be. And I'm going to start with some butterflies. I'm going to decorate with those first. And you need ink obviously to stamp, and a block or blocks to mount it on. And then I have my dampened chamois cloth to clean my blocks off when I'm done. And that's it. And so you just start picking images that you want to use and placing them on the blocks, mounting them on there. And I'm going to pick couple butterflies that are a medium size. Pick a small one. And then, let's see, let's pick maybe a larger one here. It's too big of a block for that. Okay. Okay, so I have 3 different butterfly images on the block. And I'm going to work with that and see what stationery I can come up with. So, depending on how old you are, I'm wondering if you remember what stationery looks like. Stationery was designed paper that had a pattern around the border of it to give it some visual interest. And you know, be decorative. So I'm going to start with the biggest butterfly and put them in the corners. And that's going to be, and then I'm going to go with the next size butterfly and put them in the middle, top and bottom. And then I'm going to take the smallest butterfly and flank that middle butterfly with one on either side. Okay. And that creates some stationery right there. So to go with that, I'm going to take a envelope, the size that I would like to mail it in. Which is, this is the box. They're 3 5/8 of an inch by 6 1/2 inches long, 3 5/8 high by 6 1/2 inches long. Okay. So I'm going to show you, hopefully you can see this, how to fold it so that you can get it in there, into the envelope. But I'm going to start with a tri-fold. So that's folding the top down into the middle and then opening it up and bringing the bottom to that center, not quite to the line, and folding that in and up. Okay, and then so the page is tri-folded. And I think, let's see how we're going to make this fit. Let's put this back out here. Okay, so we're going to fold it in half. Hopefully it will fit this envelope. It doesn't. So I'm going to go to the next size envelope then. The next size I have here is 4 1/8 inch tall by 9 1/2 inches long. Okay, so we're gonna work with that size there. See if that fits that. And it fits it. It's just a little high for it, but you can manipulate the envelope flap to go over top. And so I'm gonna also decorate the envelope. We're not gonna decorate the front because that's where we wanna write, you know, who it's from and who it's to and place a stamp. But we will turn it around and decorate the outside. And we're going to use some butterflies to match the stationery that we have inside. So I have one in the center where the envelope closes. And then I'm going to use the little guy in a couple different spots. Okay. I might do, I'm thinking if I want one over the edge or one above. Nope, that's pretty much good for now. So that's the envelope there. One in the center, one on either edge. Yeah, I don't want to put the really large envelope there. And so I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to put the stationery paper into the envelope. Close that off. Put that aside. And we're going to go ahead and make some more. So that was off the first stamp set. So now I'm going to pull out the second stamp set and pick some images from there that I'd like to make some stationery with. And I really like this big flower here. It's hard to see. I'm going to show you on the block. Because it's clear, and it's more difficult to see. But also because it's clear, you can see right through where you're stamping. So, and also how much ink is on the front. So it helps a lot when you're stamping for sure to know, to have that even coverage of ink and know exactly where you're placing it. Okay, so I'm going to place that, just the one in the bottom right corner of that image. And then, and there goes the envelopes. Okay, and then I'm going to take this pretty flower I really like and stamp a couple of that. I'm going to put them, I don't know if I'm going to do, I put one in the bottom left corner. I wonder if I'm going to put one on the top left corner. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do another image. This is where I'm going to take the butterfly from the first sheet and place that actually above the flowers at the bottom to look like the butterfly is floating over top of the flowers. Now it's up to you if you want to use, you know, watercolor pencil crayons or pencil crayons to color in the images, or just leave it in the black image, which is, you know, it's a nice look. I think the next one I'm going to color just to show you how that might look as an option there. Okay, so I'm going to get another long envelope, or is that the box? That's the box that fell. Of course it is. Of course. All right, here we go. I'm going to take the long box here, grab another envelope. I'm going to stick that in there. And actually, before we do, let's see what images we had. We had the big flower, the medium flower, and the butterfly. So I think what I'm going to stamp the envelope with is the flower. And we're just going to place one on the right side, and maybe a butterfly on the left-hand side. Okay. And then that, put the sheet in there, and hopefully it fits this time. I tried to fold it so it'd be a little bit more narrow, but nope, still going over the edge a little bit. So there's the decorated envelope, and that's 2 pieces done. I'm going to do a third piece because we're going to work on the third stamp set and see what we like off of there. Actually, it's framed, so I'm wondering. Yeah, I could still use this for stationery. I'm just like wondering how interesting can I make it. But I can play with the little corner edging pieces here, and it will actually really be interesting to use on an envelope. Okay, so I'm going to take, and I've got 2 different corner edges. We have this one here, and this one here. So I'm going to stamp on the left bottom corner, the big one. Oh, I said oh because I wasn't really looking at what I was doing and didn't get a clean image. That's okay, I've got an extra sheet underneath. And no, I'm not going to throw that out. I'll probably find another way to use it. And if I'll have to cut that off and find another way of using the rest of the paper. That's still good. Okay. So I've got the corners there. And I think I actually like that. Just right there. Just the 2 corners. You know, it's very simple. Stationery. But, you know, sometimes simplicity is very beautiful. So I'm going to fold that down. Again, the trifold. Top to the center. Bottom up to the top. And actually, I think I'm going to go right to the line this time, and maybe that will make it more narrow. I'm hoping to fit these big enough, 4 1/8 of an inch by 9 1/2 inch long envelopes. See how that fits. I'm very curious there. Oh, it does. Okay, so it just needed to be folded down. Okay, so now I'm going to stamp this envelope with the smaller corner piece that I chose but didn't use on the stationery, and stamp the corners of the right and the left bottom corners of the back of the envelope. Okay? So we have this envelope here, this one here, this one here. So that gives you 3 different ideas on how to decorate with stamps to make your own stationery. And I hope you found that helpful. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more craft videos and more how to make with paper craft stamps and different things like that, then consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you as a part of my family. This is Jennifer from Jennifer Lawrence Bureau, and I thank you for watching my video. Goodbye.